Hi everybody, it's so nice to see everybody here. I'm so glad you have joined and are watching the video now on Google Classroom. That means that you now have access, so yay, we're going in the right direction. So I just wanted to kind of give the visual schedule because I like to do that during each of our class meetings to kind of keep our day consistent and to talk about what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to give a quick hello to everybody. We're going to go over some of our activities for today. We're going to have a challenge of the day. I'll end off the lesson today by reading a read aloud, and then we'll end with a goodbye. So that's kind of what our video is going to look like today. Okay, so I hope everybody is doing well. I have missed you all so very, very much, and I know that these are some weird times that we have, but please just enjoy the time that you have with your families and keep yourselves busy at home, and just know that I'm thinking of you, and that before we know it, this is all going to be over and we'll be back to doing things the way we're used to, okay, before you know it. So just keep hanging on, okay? One of the first things I wanted to go over with you was our our assignments that are uploaded in Google Classroom. Some of you are requesting, if you request it through ukaibaschools.org or .com, you can get the printed version picked up at the school site when you pick up your breakfast and lunch. That's on Mondays and Wednesdays. So if you do want a printed version that's ready to go for you, please click on that link and you'll be able to get a printed version ready to go. So within that packet, you'll first see an introduction letter that just kind of gives you a gist of what to expect. So the assignments are going to kind of be laid out for you by days and by weeks. So for week 1, you'll see it on the at-home learning page. Looks kind of like this. So here is week 1 on Monday. So that was today, and I apologize for this video being a little late. That was my mistake. Things are just kind of learning things as we go. I've never really done a online teaching component before, so I know I'm learning this, and just as well as you guys are, trying to figure this all out too. So we're in this together and making it work. So I apologize for this video being a little late. Hopefully tomorrow I plan on these videos being done before 10 o'clock, so that way you know what to expect for the day. So for today's activities, we're for Monday right here. There will be 6 different rectangles that'll give you kind of an idea of what you can do at home. And now these are not required. These are just kind of ideas to kind of spark your imagination and your just to give you some kind of ideas of things that you can do at home, just to continue to work and build those skills that we've been practicing all year long. So one of the most important ones are the reading. So continue to read every day like we did with those reading logs and the homework logs each night. You can go on YouTube. I know libraries are closed right now, but there's lots of ways that you can go on library, and I'll post a link to that, libraries, and read their ebooks. There's ways to go on YouTube, and if you do a search for just read alouds, you will find numerous ones on there. So one of our first activities is to read an animal book, which I'll do before we exit, and to focus on the setting. So the setting is where the story takes place, and to look at the background information and to figure out where exactly this story occurred. Okay. For fine motor, this is a skill that we practice. It is one of our biggest TK standards is fine motor. So that's just any kind of work that really gets the students' fingers moving and keeping those muscles working. So that's really an important skill. So things like cutting with scissors, so important, holding a pencil, using things to pick up, that's a very important skill. So there's a little idea for an activity to kind of get that skill going. For letters and sounds, the activity today is to do a letter safari. So you are going to hide the letters that look like such. You'll cut these out, and please have your student cut these out because they should be able to do that, and that's one of our TK standards as well. Cut out the squares, and if they want to, they can color in each picture and hide these letters all throughout your house and have fun finding the letters. And once you find each letter, say the letter's name A and the sound ah, ah, ah. Find the letter name H and the sound okay? So that's just kind of a fun thing to do. Another challenge, if your student's ready for it, is instead of doing the letters, they can do the sight words from the rainbow list, and I'll get to that in just a minute. So there's that activity. A few other ones for math is to find 10 animals, and if you want to up the rigor a little bit, you can find 20 animals, have them order them by height, so from shortest to tallest. And then here's another STEM activity to do, is to create an animal house, okay, an animal habitat and what that would look like with your animal figures. So kind of integrating all of those areas. That's your day one. Also, each day it's important that you are using your home journal to write. Let me show you what that looks like. So that will be right here. So I kind of already assembled mine. It was a regular page, and I cut this in half and did 3 staples to put it together. So each day you will be going to the first page and you will be writing, and I gave you a list of topics, that is right here, of things that you can write about. So right here you want to take a quick look at that. So different things to write about. Things that we used to write about in class were all over here too. So maybe things that we saw outside for the day. I can see the rain, and we would draw a picture of the rain. Or we would draw and write about a book that we read in class. Maybe you can find a story on YouTube for part of the reading, and write about that. Write about what they're thinking. Okay, or maybe what they did at home with you for an activity, or something they did with their family. Anything. It can be anything, just to keep that writing going. Okay, so about 1 to 2 sentences. If they can fit it here, you can always draw another line if they need more space. Also, if you did not get this printed off and you don't have access to it, you can just get blank pieces of paper or a notebook, and they can write within that is fine. It doesn't have to be on this form. Okay. Another thing that was included in that packet was our sight words. So if you can see here, we have our red level sight words, our orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. So within these next 2 months of school, it's important just to kind of practice these words at home with your students, with your scholars. It's really going to get them ready for kindergarten and get ready to be excellent readers. Okay, so just creating those flashcards, going over a few of them each day with your students is really, really going to help them to be successful. Okay. Another form that was included in the packet was a few technology websites that we use within our classroom that are really helpful and are great with just getting the kids involved and motivated in their learning. So there's a few here that you can check out, like Starfall, ABCA, Go Noodle has great ones, Jack Hartman, so many great websites to check out there. These choice boards are all just activities that if you're bored at home and you're looking for something to do, there's just different ideas here to do with your scholars. So maybe you can try to create a bingo board and get a certain amount in a row and they earn a prize, or make it fun. It's not supposed to be something to add more work or more things to fill your schedule, but it's just something to be there to give you more ideas of fun things to do at home. Okay, so there's a reading choice board. There's also a math choice board, things to do at home math related. There is literacy, so building letters and words and fun ways to get ideas to bring that into the home as well. And art and sensory, which is so important too. We can't forget that. Ways to bring that in and tie that into school as well. And movement, that's so important right now too, because I know we have a lot of active kids at home, right? So ways that we can get them up and moving and get that energy out in effective ways. Okay, so here's a really good one right here. Okay, so I hope that kind of covers our day one activities. So really just focusing on that week one, day one, 6 rectangles is what our focus is. Practicing those sight words, maybe creating some flashcards with those to go over, those letters to go over as well. It's important to do that each day. Our challenge for today, what I would like to see, when I'm going to try to have like a challenge each day, a fun challenge, is to change your picture on your Google Classroom. So right now, if you see Mrs. Dawson has a picture on hers. If you'll find a way, maybe you can get a picture of you, or you can get a picture of your pet, or something at home. It doesn't have to be a picture of you, but just find a way to change your picture on there so that way your friends can see you and recognize you on Google Classroom. It would be kind of a fun way for us to see each other too. So that's my challenge to you, okay? And then next, so we did our hello. We kind of explained our activity for day 1. We did our challenge for the day. And now I'm going to read our story, which also kind of covers our reading for today, okay? And then we'll end off with a goodbye before I see you again tomorrow. So the story I wanted to read today, it kind of covers, it goes over what our animal theme for day 1. The story is called Safari, and I love these ones. They're by National Geographic Kids because they show real pictures, so we can see real animals in here, and it's really exciting to see these photographs. That's how we know it is nonfiction. So we know this is a real story, and there are real pictures of real animals in here which give us facts that are true about these animals. So I'm going to read the story with you, and I might ask you some questions, so really be listening, okay? So Safari by Gail Tuchman. Can you tell me what part of the book is this? And then this part? What about this part? And then what do we call? Nice job. Okay. Safari by Gail Tuchman. You're ready to see some really cool things. Hello, Jumbo. Let's go. I wonder where they're going to go. Can you see those pictures? I'm going on safari. What will I see? Look at that setting. Look at where the story is taking place. What do you see around the vehicles? Where could this be? Does this look like somewhere we live? Do you see words you know here? Let's keep reading. I see elephant spray just for me. I see elephant spray on safari. Wow. I see lions play just for me. I see lions play on safari. Wow. I see rhinos run just for me. I see rhinos run on safari. I see giraffes eat on safari. I see zebras graze. Graze, that's a different word. What are they doing? They're eating, right? Yeah, so graze is eating. They're eating the grass. I see zebras graze just for me. I see zebras graze on safari. I see hippos soak just for me. I see hippos soak on safari. Wow. Hippos soak, zebras graze, giraffes eat, rhinos run, lions play, elephants spray. Wow, look at all those characters that we saw in the story. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different types of animals. Wow. What else will I see? I see animals all around me. Can you find any different animals? on safari. The end. So boys and girls, it was so nice getting to see you on here. I hope you are all staying safe and having fun at home. Just really keeping busy and enjoying time with your families. I will see you again tomorrow. Here I will post another video around 10 o'clock-ish, hopefully earlier tomorrow. If you have any questions, please make sure that you just message me through our Remind app. That is always a great way to message me. Or you can always email me at margaret_dawson@ycjusd.us if you have any other questions that you wanted to ask me during this different time that we're figuring out together. Okay, so stay safe, have fun, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.